Very well. Let this abomination unto the Lord begin.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Planet Express Delivery Podcast, the show where three functional alcoholics sit in a dive bar and talk about Futurama. Just the usual plugs at the top here. If you want to contact the show, please email us, planetexpresspod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at PlanXPodcast, like the Planet Express Delivery Podcast Facebook page, and be sure to find our media group, Shady Voices Media, on all of the social media platforms. Additionally, if you would like to support the show, please subscribe and leave a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere else that podcasts are found that allow subscriptions or reviews. Also, please check out our merch store on TeePublic. Go to the episode description for the link to that, or we'll post stuff on our social media to link you guys to that. Yeah, so for this episode, we just did a hostful. I think we had a guest that had to drop out last minute or some sort of scheduling kerfuffle, but in any case, it was just the three of us for the episode Spanish Fry. Yeah, so I'll let you guys kind of discover on your own, what we thought of the episode, but needless to say, we had a ton of fun with this one, so I hope you guys really enjoy this. I don't think I have anything else at the top of the episode, so just thank you all for listening, and enjoy the podcast.
I remember what I wanted to bring up because I was listening to the show this week, and we got a shout-out on Conspiring to Argue podcast. I got the name right this time.
Yes, you did. It's good.
Nick had a mention of us at the end of the episode and got our tagline right. We are three functional alcoholics.
What did he say? I didn't hear this.
That we're super cool and we're super funny and we're kings among men and we should be the president.
Wow, I think Nick should be vice president.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
I like it.
Is that real? Any of that?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
There's a slim chance that I got any of that right.
Oh, okay.
But there is, because we did get a shout out on Conspiring to Argue. That is true.
Oh,
other than that,
sorry, I'm yawning. But what is that podcast about?
Oh, this is the one. Because you weren't here last week. Shit.
No.
I may have mentioned it the week before, but that's the show I've been listening to where the two hosts debate conspiracy theories, or just discuss like the one that I keep bringing up because this is a Futurama podcast. They did an episode on cartoon fan theories.
Oh, I think you told me about that last night.
Okay.
So you did tell me something about that last night. Yeah.
We spoke kind of at length about the cartoon theories on one of the episodes.
And if I recall, after the episode, we just got in a full-on fight about one theory. What the fuck were we even talking?
Was it the Angelica Rugrats?
It might have been, yeah.
But there were a few that we talked about. I don't know, there's some interesting fan theories about cartoons in general.
Yeah.
I tried to just watch the cartoon. I don't want to get all conspiracy about
Dave
it.
is not an analytical person.
No, not on this show.
Not on this show, the show where we dissect Futurama.
Yeah.
Why would you need to read into that at all?
I don't try to, and occasionally I will have my moments, but I let you guys argue about the shit, and then I'm just kind of here,
What the fuck? All right. Have we announced that this is a hostful yet?
I just zoned out completely, and I didn't hear a single word that Dave said.
Yeah, it wasn't important.
You are not even awake right now.
I feel like I'm not.
Well, yeah, this is a hostful. We haven't done one in a few weeks.
It's been a couple of months, I think, since the last one we did was Teenage Mutant Leela's Hurdles.
Oh, yeah, you did
So it's been, it's a couple months since we did a hostful, so we've got to get the baseline back now.
Yeah. Well, hostful's over.
Or is it just that I failed to secure a guest?
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, this is bound to happen, and also it's good that we do this. We slow it down a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's okay that we could say that we did have a guest, but for certain reasons they couldn't make it, unfortunately.
Fair enough. And in any case, it's that, man, you are all friends.
Yeah, Jesus, sorry. Okay, that reminds me. I have to tell you this quick story. So at my buddy Pat's bachelor party last weekend in the Poconos, we were playing this game called Beersby. Have you played that?
Describe it.
Okay, so you got two poles in the ground, 35 feet away, and it has a flat top on it, and you have a beer bottle on top of it, and you have to, and you also, so it's two people down there, two people up here, 2 versus 2.
Okay.
And you have to have a drink in your hand at all times. So what you do is you take turns, like you have a frisbee, and you try to throw it and hit the pole of the other team to knock the empty beer bottle off. If you hit the pole and knock the bottle off, they have to catch the bottle, or you get 2 points. Or if you just don't hit anything, but the frisbee's catchable, and they don't catch the frisbee, then you get a point. And, everyone's hammered, and you fucking can't throw properly, and when you, anyway, so just you saying that I'm all thumbs reminded me of the fact that, I think out of, the 100 or so times that I had a chance to catch a frisbee, I maybe caught it 5 times. It would hit me smack in the center of my hand, and I couldn't fucking catch it to save my life. And everyone hated me.
I just picture Suds just pawing at air,
yes.
just
yeah. I couldn't. I don't know why. I think it's just because I was drunk. Because I played disc golf all the time.
No, I don't think that had anything
I grew
to do
up
with
playing
it.
frisbee with my dad constantly. I couldn't fucking catch it, and it was kind of getting dark by that.
Where were you guys?
We were in the Poconos.
I guess we should bring out that's the reason that Suds wasn't here last week.
Congratulations to Pat.
Yeah, Pat, former guest of the show.
True.
One-time guest, should be on again at some
You guys should start a podcast called Suds Wasn't Here about every time that I'm not here for the podcast.
We should just do a show without Mike called Suds Isn't Here.
Suds isn't here.
Every week it's just Dave and I just sitting around where's Suds?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where could Suds be? It would be almost like a Scruffy. Where's Scruffy?
Where's
type.
Scruffy?
Yeah.
We could have a poll on Twitter.
Yeah. Where was Suds this week? Who the fuck knows? Probably on his porch.
Good possibility. Yeah.
I do now look when I am on my way home from work, when I'm parking on my block and I pass Susquehanna, I do always just kind of quickly just look to see if you're hanging out on your porch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't actually done it too much lately, right after work or whatever, but
I think there's been a couple of times that I've seen you out there, and maybe once I just kind of Suds is out there. I just parked and grabbed some beers and walked over. And just hey, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's awesome. Now you guys live so close to each other. I'm
Not for long. Away. Should we discuss that at all?
Should we get into...
We don't need to go into it yet because we don't know what we're doing with that. And this is great audio. We're being very cryptic.
Well, I don't see any reason to be cryptic, though. I'm getting a new apartment in a week, and we're considering changing the recording location.
Changing venues.
Yeah.
We still will be the Shady's crew, but we're doing this as kind of a experiment to see.
Yeah, it might not be permanent, but I think we should do it a few times and see how it goes.
It'll be the same show, just with less crackheads interrupting us.
True.
Which is becoming more frequent now.
It's becoming a bit bothersome. It was funny at first, but now, crackheads always seem to want to wander into the podcast.
Yeah.
But I do like the atmosphere. I just wish the audio quality wasn't picking up all the garbage behind us, But.
Yeah, and especially it was funny at first with the pool players, but now it's becoming.
God, that is the worst when people play pool.
Like it's fine if it's
foot away from us.
If it's people we know, I'm okay with it. I'm just like, oh no, you're assholes. We know you, whatever.
It's true.
If it's people that we've like never fucking seen before, who like aren't regulars, and just look, we're clearly doing something here.
Right.
Who just like, nah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, dude. Doesn't even like ask us or anything.
Yeah.
I know that we don't own this spot of the bar, but seriously, fucking common courtesy.
A little considerance. There are other places with pool tables around this area.
Yeah, and they're all cheaper. It's expensive to play pool here. It's $1.75.
Fucking expensive.
Yeah.
It's cheaper everywhere else.
That was our little bitch session. We should probably read the synopsis.
Yeah, let's get into the episode.
Now that we mentioned it, though, we're going to be plagued for the rest of the episode by pool players and crackheads alike, just like bombarding us at this table.
Well, that's kind of what you want on a hostful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
A little conversation.
We didn't even intro. This is Spanish Fry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Written by Ron Weiner. The synopsis is Fry is abducted by aliens during a camping trip while searching the wilderness for Bigfoot. The aliens removed Fry's nose, believing it to be an aphrodisiac, and sold it to Lur, ruler of the planet Omicron per CI-8.
Ruler of the planet Omicron, CI-8.
I am Lur! Anyway, when the Planet Express crew goes to retrieve it, Bender unwittingly reveals that the main event, so to speak, is in Fry's pants, and Fry is forced to save Lur's marriage to save his own genitals.
Genitals. I like that word.
That's probably honestly my favorite part of us writing the synopsis, rather than relying on like a wiki or a fan site, is that we can be as vulgar or non-vulgar as we want.
Generally, I think we're a little more eloquent.
I think that... Oh, shit, what the... I think for the why of Fry, the synopsis I wrote was like so drunk and so brief. It's just like, Fry has to save the universe, also Leela dates some jerk that sounds like Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, that was the gist of it. I remember that, yeah. But it was quick, and I can't remember that episode specifically. Did we have a good time? I don't...
Oh my god, that was Tessa and Ashley.
Oh, okay.
It was the most estrogen we've ever had on the podcast.
We can get estrogen on the podcast.
Yes, on occasion.
Yes.
Not today.
Yeah, no. Today is the hostful, so...
We're fully testosterone.
All the hormones. All the male hormones.
All the hormones.
All the male hormones.
So many endorphins.
You know what? This is actually kind of the perfect show for it too, because it has to do with male aphrodisiac or Viagra type.
There's a lot of dick jokes in this episode.
Oh,
is what we're trying to say.
Exactly. Yeah. Which we'll elaborate on as always.
We start the episode when the Planet Express crew is going on a camping trip.
Yes. They're going to what's called Duraflame National Park.
Duraflame.
National Forest.
They're not doing... I don't even know how to like intro this that well, because like the beginning camp, it's a lot of like goofy little bits.
Yeah, like camping bullshit. Like they're making fun of a lot of camping stuff.
Yeah.
And okay, so the one I remember is them hiking up a hill, and it's the professor, and he's like, "Oh, the great outdoors." Blah blah blah, saying something, but then it like pans out, and he is on like some kind of mechanical.
It's like the AT-ST from Star Wars.
Yes,
he's just got the two chicken legs that are like carrying him through the woods. The whole thing starts because Fry is looking or believes in Bigfoot.
Yeah. Oh, big face.
Ooh, big face.
So I know that I was getting a beer while you guys were doing the intro and everything, but did you mention the actual theme?
It's
song?
done
Did you already talk about it?
No,
that's a good callback.
Yeah, it was very strange. Yeah, it's just like the characters. Yeah.
It's Billy West and John DiMaggio beatboxing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Well, there's also some other.
Welcome to your stereophonic experience.
Yeah, exactly. There's little other things in that opening as well. Apparently, the scary door makes
at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scary Door's at the end of the episode, and it was awesome.
Well, no, there's a clip on the television. You know, they usually crash into.
Yeah.
Apparently, the scary door is
It's not.
It's not that?
Because the clip that's on the television that they crash into, I actually tried to look at it and figure out what it was, but I wasn't sure. But it's like, it's a cartoon, and it's like a farmhand who's like pulling 3 little kids into a barn or something. It's really strange.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
What?
Yeah, the kids are like being pulled walking backwards into a barn.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah,
like
it's a cartoon. Yeah, the scary door thing isn't until like basically during the credits of the episode.
We always love the scary door.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic episode of the scary door.
Well, yeah.
Very short
episode. Vignette.
Yeah.
Well, technically it's an episode. It's a vignette for us.
Yeah.
Because we're only catching.
Speaking of the scary door, how is your treatment coming along?
It's not.
Damn it.
That has been. I have so much other shit that I'm working on right now that has taken like the far back burner.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we'll get there.
That is. It has fallen behind the stove at this point.
So, yeah. So, wait. Did you guys talk about the park ranger?
No, we haven't gotten to.
Oh, okay.
I just remembered the park ranger. Okay.
Ranger Park, the park ranger.
I get it.
Yeah.
Before we get to Ranger Park, the park ranger, I had the note that when Bender is strung up like a hammock, Zoidberg comes over and just like, hey Bender, if you want to join me and Hermes for a little just friends spooning tonight. But Hermes hates Zoidberg.
Yeah.
Everybody needs love.
Is that all it is? It's just like, it's for warmth.
Well, you know what? And then there's a weird scene later where it has somebody acting the opposite. It's Zoidberg, because they're like, oh, so like who's gonna go? And he's like, oh, Fry, Bender, Leela, Zoidberg if he wants to, I guess. And they
I'm good.
Yeah, he's just like, no. But like typically that's all he wants is to like hang out with them and be their friends.
But it's perfect for this scenario.
It's a very self-aware joke because of course it is always Fry and Bender and Leela who go on these expeditions, and then occasionally like Zoidberg or Amy or someone else is with them, just as like a foible. Yeah, but, like that's the the whole play off of just like, well, it's gonna be the 3 of us, of course, and then maybe Zoidberg. Nah, don't worry about that. We don't need an extra character right now.
Well, that's perfect though. Like in I don't know if it's in a later episode. It might already happened. There's that. So they're explaining some kind of scientific theory, and it goes around the table.
That could be so many things.
Well, no, I'm talking about a specific moment. Like they're talking about something, and it goes around the table to each character, and each character has like a different reaction, and it gets to Fry, and he's like, well, don't wait for me.
Yeah, we've definitely already passed that. Oh, man. That was Crimes of the Heart, maybe?
Crimes of the Heart. What are you doing, phone stuff?
Yeah, well, I got a thing, and I was turning it down.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Well, just keep it away from the table. But we did skip over. There are a few good jokes when they're actually hiking. Mm-hmm. There's Leela's comment about the fat slobs. Like, because each of them just are, like, these overweight, like, out of shape.
They're just frumpy.
Yeah. You have the professor, and Hermes has his shirt off, but he has it, like, tied around his head.
Yeah. He went full Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah. Full Tom. Winston!
What? Winston?
Yeah, what
Winston?
the fuck, dude?
I've never
Wilson.
seen that. Thank you.
You're quoting a movie you've never seen.
What are you doing?
Sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, no, I'm pulling the Suds here.
It's Wilson. It's the brand of volleyball.
Never played volleyball.
Winston would be like if like a pack of cigarettes washed up on shore and he drew a face on it.
That would be awesome.
I love how in The Last Man on Earth with Will Forte, before he actually found out that he wasn't the last man on Earth, he had a bunch of balls that he painted faces on, and one was exactly Wilson from Castaway.
Spoilies.
He also had like pool balls and footballs.
Is spoilies a thing now?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I don't know. I think I heard it on Comedy Bang Bang a long time ago, but then I just started saying it.
Yeah. Well, we use a lot of other podcast
We do.
shit.
Yeah.
Hostful?
Hostful.
Yeah.
That's a fucking Nerdist. It's straight out of Nerdist.
Whatever. What has Chris Hardwick even done lately?
Everything. He does everything. The man is a mogul.
Not for long.
We're taking you down, Chris.
Coming for you, Hardwick.
Jesus.
This is why no one talks to us. We just antagonize other podcasts.
The Nerdist will come after us with their corporate syndicate.
Yeah, when we
destroy us.
When we get a cease and desist letter from fucking Chris Hardwick.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, stop talking about me.
I will frame it and put it on the wall.
No points.
He's afraid of us.
At midnight got canceled. He's probably depressed. He doesn't care about anything. Right
Dude,
now.
he has so many properties to worry about.
He married a billionairess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Lydia Hearst, oh, she's a beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. Beautiful nerd woman, which makes it even better.
is the only hope that nerds can come out on top occasionally.
Exactly. We win in the end.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she was an heiress. No shit.
Yeah, no, her mom's Patty got abducted by the Somali Liberation Front.
Oh, wow. No shit.
Yeah.
Good old SLF.
Did I get that right?
Yeah, look,
I
you
don't
guys continue the banter.
Anyway, they're at the ranger station, and I just had the note, why the fuck is Sal there?
Well, Sal's. There's a couple different people there.
A couple regulars.
Yeah. Who's the old crazy woman?
No, because I looked at it again. That is, originally I thought it was Petunia.
Oh, right.
Like the bus stop.
No, Petunia's
Hooker?
She's on the list.
Really?
Yeah, the characters that show up in this episode: Petunia, Randy's there.
Randy. She looks different in this episode, though.
Maybe
Wait, who's Randy? I forget.
He's like he shows up randomly. He's almost like Sal, but he does like a lot of gay things. We'll just put it that way. Like he's a hairdresser, he's
yeah.
a jeweler.
The token gay character.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it.
So I didn't even notice Randy was there. But I don't... See, are you looking at Infosphere right now?
Yep.
See, I'm taking a little bit of umbrage with that because I don't think it is Petunia. Petunia has a very, like, Staten Island, North Jersey kind of voice. The character that we're talking about right now, who's the one who mentions that they saw Bigfoot crushing cars at the county fair, is a very white trash, hill people kind of accent.
Yeah, but Petunia's, you're right, Staten Island, but she's also kind of city white trash.
She's city white trash. I think the character in this is more country white trash.
Okay.
No, it's on EMDb. It's on IMDb. It's on Infosphere, and it's on the Futurama Wikia. They all say that it's Petunia.
All right, let me call Matt Graney, and we're gonna sort this out.
Okay, wait.
All right,
Let me call him up.
Let's
Okay,
get him
let
on
me
the
call him
phone. You guys ready?
Yep.
Beep, boop, boop.
Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Graining.
Who the hell are you?
My name is David, and my compatriot Suds. We have you on the phone for our podcast, Planet Express Delivery Podcast.
You're so sued.
Okay, well, just forget about that for a second.
But yeah, we don't make any money off this. Anyway.
Season.
Doesn't matter. Letters in the mail. Suck it, jerks.
Well, before you do that, we have a question.
Oh, okay.
We have a question.
I always like to help.
Content. Oh, by suing? By suing? Never mind. You know what?
I didn't say help you.
Get to the question, Suds. Ask him the question.
Is season 5 the episode Spanish Fry? Is it Petunia?
Yes, it is. You should tell James that he's wrong and he's a total asshole.
James? Do you hear that? You are a total asshole.
Well, fuck. I guess Matt Groening said it.
Okay, goodbye, Mr. Groening.
All right, bye, jerks.
How did he know James? We didn't even say James's name.
We have a history.
Oh, okay. All right. So he knew immediately it was James refuting. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. So Petunia is there as well. Now, we already did the joke. I still love that. I love those jokes with Fry, like, in the background. Like, and all you hear is him just like, I get it!
And it's so quick and it's so just, like, on point that, like, it's a joke that, like, anyone could make, but the fact that no one thought of it up to this point, like, how the fuck did that go under the radar?
A Spitfire joke right there, and Park Ranger Park.
Ouch. Yeah.
So they're apparently the Duraflame National Forest is also a Bigfoot reserve.
Yeah. So the park ranger is setting up a video on the projector to show them just like how to look for Bigfoot, I guess. No, a Bigfoot has never. Well, I should walk that back. I can't say a Bigfoot has never been seen, but they ask Ranger Rick if he's ever seen, or Park Ranger Park. Sorry, yeah. They ask him, like, have you ever seen a Bigfoot? And he says no, like, he's never seen one. But he is, like, the host of this Bigfoot retreat place or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, at the same time, he's got some other thing going on because, like, he hurries up and plays the movie because he's got other things that he needs to take care of, such as getting an ad placed on a satellite, and he wants to know if, what was the word that he wanted to be bolded? Top quality or something?
Yeah. Can you put top quality in bold?
Oh, you can't?
Never mind.
Yeah. But we see it.
Later, yes.
Yeah, we see that satellite later. When they're looking up at the stars, they're like, oh, look at all the stars and all the satellites, and they zoom in on the satellites, and they're all just ads, like banners. And
well, that's where we're going. I hope you realize. If you guys want to get on a tangent, like...
Well, and I always love the fact that they're so into, like, fuck the stars, they're into the satellites.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, when you, like, now, if you, like, stargaze and you see something just like, shooting star, oh no, it's fucking AT&T.
Yeah.
But now in the year 3000 and whatever, they're like, yeah, the satellites are beautiful tonight. Can we do that? Just get, like, decorative satellites in space?
I mean, like you said, it's gonna happen.
Well, eventually. I mean, I think Elon Musk is kind of pushing that whole thing forward. Like, space travel in general, obviously, he's at the forefront.
Yeah.
Elon Musk is the best evidence we have for the existence of lizard people.
You might have a valid point, but I think he wants us to survive. You know, so eventually his people can eat us sometime in the next...
Yeah.
He did come out recently and make a statement about how weaponized AI is going to be the downfall.
Yeah, but so has fucking,
Hey, it's Elon Musk and I'm the Terminator.
Oh, he's the Terminator, so that's what he doesn't want anybody else to have weaponized AI.
Exactly. Everybody's
wants
worried
it all
about...
for himself.
Nobody gets AI but Elon.
Why is my name Elon?
My name is Elon because I'm Elon.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. Look, Stephen Hawking has even said shit about AI.
Stephen Hawking is already pretty close to a cyborg.
At some point, he definitely will be. And he is a person who's been on this show as well.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. Can we save his brain?
Well, I imagine they're going to.
Yeah.
According to Suds, I have a lot of pickle brine that I can keep it in.
That's true.
They have Hitler's brain somewhere.
Yeah, it's at Disneyland.
Is that where?
Mm-hmm.
Along with Walt Disney himself?
Yeah. They like to keep all the Nazis in one place.
Okay, good.
The happiest place on Earth.
So when one of us has to fight Mecha Hitler, we,
It's gonna be Mike.
Mike is gonna be the same.
Wait, I'm being volunteered?
I mean, that's just, it's gonna happen. Did you not know this?
I thought you were aware.
No, I'm just hearing. This is the first time I'm hearing.
Oh no, you're the savior of all mankind.
Oh god. Alright. If I must.
Again? It's already 2 o'clock.
I feel like you're trying to say that I am like Fry.
You're totally like Fry.
I mean, he did save the universe.
Several times.
Yeah.
Well, twice so far.
From the floating brains.
From the brain spawn.
Brain spawn, yeah.
Who are on my dodgeball team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, but I had the American Globetrotters.
The American Globetrotters.
Oh, wait. Wait, is that... Now, wait a second. Serious question.
What the
For some reason, I was thinking of the American Gladiators. Wait, are they called the Harlem Globetrotters in Futurama?
Yes.
Oh, because I swear I called them the American Globetrotters when we were picking our dodgeball team.
Well, I think they're just the Globetrotters in Futurama.
Okay.
Because they're from the Globetrotter homeworld, so they're not from Harlem.
Oh, so I guess in the future we find out that they are aliens who have come here to beat the Washington Generals over and over and over.
Yeah, they're aliens who visited Earth, saw Harlem, and said, good enough.
Okay.
I can see it, yeah. I have a different theory on that, though. I think they were from Earth and went to another planet.
You think the Globetrotters settled off-world?
Yes.
All right, that's another thing.
Why not? Why would you want to live here? No? Nothing? Nobody's got anything?
You know what? Hey.
I'm busy making noise over here.
Yeah, Suds is busy. I mean, I guess that's as good of an excuse as any to get out of Queens.
Harlem.
Isn't Harlem in Queens?
We don't know.
I thought they were two separate boroughs.
Harlem's not a borough.
Oh, okay.
Here.
All right.
Continue banter.
I know there's 5 of them, thanks to the Beastie Boys. I don't know what they're
Gangs of
called.
New York.
I don't know what they're called, though. I mean the boroughs. There's Manhattan. There's
5 points.
Manhattan,
Brooklyn,
Staten Island, Queens, and the Bronx.
Coney Island.
No, Coney Island is in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
I don't. I'm so tired. I don't know. I feel delirious. Right
I'm just so tired right now.
Harlem is a New York City borough.
Oh, boom!
It's of Manhattan, obviously.
Okay,
So,
neither of us are right.
originally a Dutch village, formally organized in 1658. It is named after the city Haarlem, spelled differently, in the Netherlands.
What are the odds that we have any listeners in Harlem?
It's a possibility. You never know.
Possible.
If anyone lives in New York City, please fucking contact us, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about
No,
right now.
I'm only familiar with Bushwick, Brooklyn,
If you live in Harlem,
and Manhattan.
tweet at us with hashtag.
Dumbasses.
No, it has to be about Harlem, but it has to be
Harlem dumbasses.
Okay, fine.
Harlem dumbasses.
Yeah, there you go. Put a comma in there.
Just hashtag Harlem, you fucks.
yeah. Just get at us.
No, like now that we're talking about Harlem, I've always thought it'd be interesting to go there and just like walk around, but at the same time, I feel like wouldn't be welcome in general. It's kind of a hard part of town.
Harlem's been fucked with.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean that in that it's been gentrified by entitled white suburban pieces of shit moving in and forcing out people who can't afford the rent anymore.
That's generally most cities with impoverished areas. You could go throw a fucking stone at any city and you're gonna have it. I don't know. Detroit, maybe not. Detroit's still Detroit. As far as
Doesn't Matt live in Detroit?
Matt could tell us. Matt, if you're listening,
send us an email. Let us know what's going on in Detroit.
Yeah, give us an idea of the what's going on around Detroit at this
Fucking
point.
Harrisburg is the same way. Shit, my neighborhood when I first moved in was a shithole.
Well,
it's my apartment still is, but like now, it's been fucking gentrified so much.
when you go a couple blocks up where Jay and his wife live, there's only one strip where it's kind of, you need to watch out what's going on. Everything else has been, like you said, brought up.
Do you think there's any Bigfoots in Detroit?
Yes.
I saw one up at Italian Lake the other week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's playing with the swans.
Cool.
Oh, big face! Good old big face. Which we should, that is what Bender says to get Fry out of the tent. It's me, big face!
Well, yeah, there's that whole... So, after they...
Well, wait a second now, because there's actually something that you mentioned earlier when Fry is just, like, in the background, like, I get it. There's another good Fry line when they're showing the video, and, like, in the video, they describe the Bigfoot, and then they go, known as Bigfoot, perhaps. And Fry's like, that proves it.
Fry is so adamant.
Yeah.
He is like...
Known as Bigfoot, perhaps.
Because everything in the documentary is based on like no evidence. It's just like this clear cutting threatens the natural habitat if it exists.
Yeah, I love the shot of just like it's like a family with like little kids and they've all got their binoculars and they're just in a field, just like looking around and there's nothing there, but they're just looking. There's no Bigfoots there.
Well, no, they even asked the park ranger, hey, why don't you just, like, set up cameras around?
Well, that would be expensive, and people who believe, or people who look for Bigfoot have no money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But it would be
But it's true, like, think about all those fucking, like, TV shows on, like, the History Channel these days, or whatever.
On the, quote, History Channel.
Right, where they're, like, all, like, there's, like, 6 seasons of, like, Finding Bigfoot or something, and they've never found one.
If you couldn't find him after 3 episodes, that is not a good show.
Yeah, no, they're in their 5th or 6th.
They're watching it for the drama, guys. The drama.
The drama of nothing happened again.
At this point, it's almost like
non-existent Bigfoot eluded us.
It's like professional wrestling.
It's a pageant.
It's like you know that it's not real, but I guess you find it entertaining? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I lost interest in the History Channel when they started showing, like, Ghost Warriors, and I'm definitely making that name.
No.
that should be it.
That should totally be a show.
Like, shit like that on the History Channel, I'm just like, why?
Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
Which I actually was obsessed with for a while.
What? Who?
I watched like 6 seasons of Ghost Hunters with Brandon.
No, we're pitching Ghost Warriors to Discovery tomorrow.
Like we what? We go to battle against ghosts?
Exactly.
Or is it ghosts fighting ghosts?
Oh.
I like us fighting ghosts. That makes you
all right.
Yeah, because we could. Air quotes, we could win every fight.
Yeah. We took down that ghost.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like shaky found footage video of Mike wrestling air.
Yeah, just like punching air, yeah.
Guys, I found John Wilkes Booth! Huh, huh.
Oh, I got him in a headlock, guys.
Kick him in the nards!
Take that, Hitler!
Oh, wow. Oh, if we could get money to go to Germany and fight Hitler?
Fight Hitler's ghost.
Let's go fight Hitler's ghost.
That would be the Let's Go Fight Hitler's Ghost. Name of the episode.
Have you guys...
I think we just found a way to stop Nazism.
We're going to fight Hitler's
We're
ghost.
going to fight Hitler's ghost.
have you guys seen the Dead Snow movies?
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a 3rd one being made currently. And it will feature zombie Hitler.
Oh,
yes!
From what I read.
That's the worst thing ever, and I'm so going to see it.
The first 2 were great, so... Martin Starr was in the 2nd one.
Those are good schlock horror movies.
Yeah, they're great.
They are very much schlock.
Yeah. But that's the kind of shit I want to see when I watch a horror movie. I want to see that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Well, next note I have is top quality satellite, but we already talked about that.
Yeah, at this point they're camping out.
Oh yeah, so I think we kind of are where you were about talking about how Bender gets Fry out of the tent, because Bender's just like tired and cold and wants to be in a tent.
Well, at first, when it starts out the scene, they're all setting up the tent and their tents.
Yeah.
And you already mentioned the one part with Hermes and Zoidberg.
James mentioned it. Yeah.
Hermes and Zoidberg have started spooning.
Okay. Bender's killing bugs. He's not going home to his
Leela
family.
and Amy are like completely nude in their girls' tent.
I love it.
And Fry just has his little pup tent set up on like the very end.
His tent is like old school. It's just 2 pieces of fabric with a pole over the top.
Well, no, the poles on it's like my tent. It's poles on either end, and then it's just like staked down to hold it up.
He uses a frying pan to.
Yeah, he uses a cast iron frying pan to hammer it in.
He does say something to Bender. He's like, "Hey, Bender, you can sleep in tent with me or something like that." And Bender's just got his like, sweet mother.
What are you looking at?
Oh, nothing.
Don't worry about it.
I want to know.
Don't worry about it. He's zapping bugs, but his like reaction to zapping bugs is my favorite. Bender's whole shtick throughout this episode. He zaps one bug and he's just like, he's not going home to his family. So it fast forwards a little bit into the night.
But when Bender coaxes Fry out of his tent, and he's off to look for Bigfoot, he's brushing his teeth.
But right when he gets out of the tent, yeah, he's brushing his teeth. But before he gets...
Does he want to be fresh for Bigfoot? Why is he doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a fucking weirdo.
Right.
But the one thing that really cracked me up was when Bender's doing the pretending to be Bigfoot, and Fry wakes up and he's like, "Bigfoot? You taught yourself English?"
Well, no, go ahead, Jigsaw.
That's his first thought, not the existence of Bigfoot. Just like,
Well, no, because he doesn't question the existence of Bigfoot,
Yeah.
so he knows Bigfoot exists.
but he taught himself English somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, he does have a... Prior to that, he has like a moment where he's talking about Bigfoot. He's like... They ask him why he loves Bigfoot so much.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
he goes, he's an outsider. I've always, felt like that. Maybe you'd find a hurt raccoon in the forest, and you'd pick him up, and he'd pet him, and just be like, I'll take care of you.
He's like cooing.
Yeah. But there's also another... Shit, what is it? I don't know if it's right before Bender does... Oh, yeah, no, it's one of my other favorite lines of Bender where he's like in the woods and he hears something, he's just like, "What is that? Who is that? You some kind of boogin?" It's the most random... What the hell's a boogin?
Yeah.
Something that Bender found, I guess.
So yeah, he coaxes Fry out of the tent, and now we're on to the actual adventure.
Now Fry is actually looking for Bigfoot when he gets to a clearing of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's a no parking sign, so it's just like it's a part of like this random park or whatever.
But of course, when a UFO shows up and he's so nonchalant and I'm just like, it's just a UFO.
Well, he's really scared at first, but then it's just a UFO. Oh no, it's just a flying saucer.
Excuse me, sir, you can't park here.
Yeah, exactly.
Why does your license plate say Probe 1?
Well, I just had the idea of just like the tube is like a crazy straw.
Yeah. It's entirely unnecessary.
Hey, nice tube.
Hey, nice tube. Yeah. But Fry is abducted.
Yes.
And the next morning...
But doesn't he yell like, quit abducting me or something?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
This whole scene reminds me of that Simpsons episode where they think an alien, but it's actually Burns getting his like...
Yeah, the X-Files episode.
Yeah.
I bring you love.
Yeah.
It's bringing love. Get it?
Burns' eyes are like fucking dimes.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
That's like that's way back too.
Yeah, that's an older one. The next note that I have is something that I actually have a great appreciation for. My note just says river beers. And it's when Leela in the morning just like, nothing like, goes to the river and it's like nothing like the cold, crisp taste of a Canadian draft and pulls a beer bottle out of the river.
Oh, yeah.
For anyone who's ever been camping without refrigeration, this is the best way to keep beers cold.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I can attest to that. We are going camping, not to get us too far off. Does everyone remember?
In November, we're going cabin camping.
Oh, that's until November?
Yeah, we have some time.
Yeah.
But we didn't do this river beer thing, but Astrid and I went camping a few weeks back at Fowler's Hollow.
What the fuck's that?
It's in Perry County. It's like 45 minutes outside of the city.
Oh shit.
But it's a very secluded campground. And it's small. It was only like us and maybe like a couple of like RV families there. And of course we're just like fucking punk vagabonds who just like set up a tent to fuck in between like two RV homes. It's just like
You just gave me the best visualization ever.
Yeah.
I can just see a John Candy type character coming out and be like, well, looks like the neighbors are having fun.
Yeah, it is a very summer rental situation.
I was thinking more of the great outdoors.
Well, that is kind of what I was referencing as well.
Good.
But when I was in North Carolina, we camped along the French Broad River. And this is what we did with first of all, this was like, I don't know, a mile outside of town, but we had hiked out for, I want to say 7 people. We had hiked out 3 30-packs to drink. And since we couldn't cool them, we just had like plastic baggies that we would tie to like low saplings by the river and just like have them chill in the French Broad while we were just waiting, and one of them came loose.
Oh god, yeah.
So this ends with me jumping into the raging rapids of the French Broad River to save 4 beers in a plastic bag.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I've seen you jump into a river for much less.
What, $35? I think that was money well earned.
I think I've seen you do it for nothing naked before.
That was my choice.
Okay.
Why have I not? I'm so glad I haven't seen you naked.
Everyone else has.
Yeah, you're the only one.
I've seen your ass. That's about it. And so has the pride.
I was just gonna say that. So did everyone on that boat.
They've seen your ass as well. So.
Oh god, I moon that boat every time that we're drinking river beers.
I got a lot. Go ahead.
So wait. Oh no, I don't know. Go ahead.
You got nothing?
No, I was just gonna say, so Fry gets abducted.
Oh yeah, so lead us further on. Fry does get abducted, and click back to what James was saying with the river beers. There's a lot of shit going on. Hermes has like a it's a poop joke, but it turns into not a poop joke.
Oh yeah.
Like he goes, I got to go do some business.
I gotta go take care of some business behind that tree.
Yeah.
And
he has what looks to be a roll of toilet paper in his hand.
He's got an adding machine.
Yeah, he sets up an adding machine, he starts doing some work. Yeah.
Some accounting, in the woods, on vacation. What the hell is wrong with you, Hermes?
That's his vacation.
The man smokes weed. Can we just let's get it out of the way.
I think I've said that before. There's always references to Hermes.
His, Rastafarian background.
Well, we don't know that weed is illegal in the future.
I don't think it is at all. Although
it shouldn't be.
I think they have an episode where they specifically talk about legalization of drugs in general. Like they just say, oh, that's when they legalized all drugs, or something to that effect.
Yeah, man, you got to legalize it. We're talking about robosexual marriage. We're talking about lots of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And there we go. That might actually indicate what they have legal or not at this point.
There are well, I think what you're talking about is the baseball episode when they make steroids mandatory.
Yep, for all baseball players.
Yeah. But they go... Well, no, we should mention Fry is back.
Yeah. He shows back up at camp. They're wondering where he is.
We can't see his face yet.
No. There's like a big reveal kind of thing that happens.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, the whole crew is very like, like, what? But I mean, they make jokes about, oh, you're so ugly.
What, is there something on my face? No.
No. So it clips around to him, and Fry's missing his nose.
Yeah.
Like, complete. Like, it doesn't make sense, though, to me, the animation.
Well, there's no, like, naval cavity.
Yeah.
Like, there would be, like, I guess if you had taken off the nose, there would be, like, slits.
You would see 2 holes.
Yeah.
Like, you would see on your skull, like...
But the animation is it's just a flesh patch.
Yeah.
Instead of a nose. And I like the way that Billy West did the voice for the noseless Fry, where it's a little bit more...
Yeah.
What's going on?
And he does it perfectly. I wish I had that kind of range. I'm terrible at impressions, I know, but even doing my bad impressions...
if anyone can get us in contact with Billy West, we need to have him on the show.
I feel like he would be on... I feel like he would come and just, like, be on the show. Like...
He would actually come to Harrisburg, just like, yeah, I'll grab a beer with you guys.
Yeah, why not? Like, I don't understand, like...
Who?
Billy West.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
I could see John DiMaggio popping in as well. Like,
let's get everybody.
This is how we drink!
Can I make fun of John DiMaggio for a second, though, or should I just not?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why?
Well, because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I've heard him on a couple, and he's a bad guest. Like, for some reason, it just seems like he never really gets what they're going for. I don't know, like, he's been on Doug Loves Movies a few times, which is Doug Benson, and normally just, like, a couple comedians. But sometimes they have, like, big fucking people. I mean, like, John Hamm is on there all the time, and, like, Simon Pegg, and, like, all those dudes have been on several times.
They all smoke. They all get high.
Probably, yeah. But, like, you know, they just do, like, movie trivia, basically, is what the podcast is about. But John DiMaggio just didn't really seem to get it. Like, he wasn't... I would even go so far as to say he wasn't an entertaining guest whenever I've heard him on there. I mean, I fucking love the work that he does, but...
I'm going to have to listen. I'll have to check it out. But I understand what you're saying. Sometimes guests... on podcasts don't know what's going on. And we can attest.
Yeah.
We can definitely attest to that.
More than a few times that has happened.
Yeah.
Well, this might have been partly my fault, but like the first time that Matt Vargo was on, and I was like, yeah, so like watch the episode and then we'll talk about it. And he just thought that meant like we will watch it.
We will watch the episode.
Like while we're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And so he didn't watch it beforehand or whatever. But
well, we have a lot of technical issues with this podcast.
We're drunks.
Yeah, it doesn't help that we like to drink a lot.
We're drunks trying to operate, I don't know, whatever this is that we do, a media empire.
I wouldn't call it an empire right this second, but it's definitely a media something.
Whatever, I have my show.
It's been a while since we've done Every Dave.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I know. God, I needed a fucking break.
Is Nathan going to release the episodes you've done so far?
Suds is going to have a...
Here's the thing. At the end of our next episode, whenever that happens, which will be our 10th episode, I'm going to tell Nate that I will not record another one until he releases the first 10.
And I start working... Now we're talking about business. Sorry, folks. I start working full-time again in a week or two. So the Shady Voices actual website should be up within a month.
Cool. We're on it. We're building.
Yeah. Well, I am not a full-time worker, which we never talk about at all. So, like everybody else who's responsible.
I think it'll be easier for me to start. Suds hasn't seen it once I have my new apartment as well.
And I know we're getting
too bogged down in like business minutia right now. This is not good podcast material.
Just real quick.
Fry, you have no nose.
You have no nose.
Fry, you have no nose. Where it is, no one knows.
Zoidberg is the best in that too.
Yes, of course. Of course it's Zoidberg.
He's like, I've got experience. Let me do this.
Seamless transition.
Yes, exactly. See, that's why we're good at what we do.
We're such good podcasters, you guys.
And so then they tell him, we can get you a high quality prosthesis.
Oh.
And the next scene is him wearing like that.
It's a Groucho Marx.
Yeah, the Groucho Marx. Yeah, like sunglasses.
And nobody can take him serious at all.
He's so sad, but everything that he says, they laugh hysterically.
He is so somber in this scene.
Yeah.
And everyone else is just fucking bursting laughing at
It's
him.
my nose.
My nose.
Yeah.
My nose.
Yeah, he's still got the nasal.
I can't fucking do it.
He says, I'll never have another moment of happiness. And they all laugh. And then they accuse him of trying to make jokes. They're like, Fry, we get like you're trying to like make light of the situation, but he's not. He's depressed.
Damn Groucho Marx glasses.
Yeah.
Maybe if we all got those, we'd be a lot more funny. Of course, no one can see us, so.
I mean, I would feel funnier.
Yeah, I would.
That's true. Yeah.
We need cigars as well, and a guy in the background, or maybe one of our dancing ladies with a merp merp horn.
Cinnamon, you think you can acquire a rubber chicken for us?
Yeah. She's nodding. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good,
babe.
Good. She knows where there's a magic shop, so.
All right. If you want to get on that, Sapphire, you take over for Cinnamon.
Oh my God, we named another one, Sapphire and Cinnamon.
Jesus.
This is anyone who has like just started listening to the show.
This is a callback to like
idea
the
what we're
5th
doing.
episode.
This is what happens when we do hostful. It's just us three chuckleheads.
Yeah, we just do dumb bits the entire time.
Nothing better.
Fine, great. We don't have to accommodate anyone.
No, this is fun. That's what it's supposed to. Suds is.
I'm having fun.
Suds is tired as shit over here. You need to have more beer and wake
I'm
up.
trying.
Wake up.
You need like vodka Red Bull or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then you'll be on it.
Yeah, but I'll be drunk too.
You don't
Yeah,
want to
but
be
you'll be awake.
drunk. You still have to buy Em and I some pizza, and you have to get
I don't
me
know,
another beer.
I don't know why it's
And
just
shots.
expected that I'm buying you and Emily lunch.
Because.
Also, it's like 3:30. We're past lunch by now.
That's true.
What do you call it?
But also, she was eating like a Lunchable or something. She'll be
Dinner.
fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say Linner. You need to get us Linner.
Nope.
Dunch.
Not happening.
Come on.
No.
You just got paid.
I did not.
Share the wealth.
I'm broke as fuck, and I still have to buy my tux for the wedding. I have to pay rent.
Rent a tux.
I'm renting a tux.
Yeah.
I am.
Good. Don't buy a tux.
I'm not. I'm renting one. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't have anything else funny until. Should we go to the sex bazaar?
Yeah, the bazaar is actually. There's a lot of shit.
No.
going on.
No.
Are we missing something?
Well, don't they talk about?
No. Well, we find out what happened.
Well, they explain everything.
He doesn't want to get a different nose because, like, grafted on because he doesn't want to have to teach a new nose how to shoot milk when he laughs. Oh, that might be at the bazaar when he says that.
No, he's still in the building, but they find out through the news that poachers are stealing human horn.
Alien poachers are stealing human horn because it's an aphrodisiac. And this freaks Fry out because he doesn't want to be like associated with this like
But this is
sexual
what
thing.
leads them to the Beast with $2.
Yep.
The sex bazaar.
Yes.
Which honestly, I don't know if I came up with that or if that's in the show, but sex bazaar is what we should call it.
Okay, fine.
Well, it's.
Also, another band name.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Wow, that's really good.
Of course you do.
Sex Bazaar. Wow.
Spelled bizarre.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm keeping that one.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is Dave's recording alias now.
Sex Bazaar.
Sex Bazaar. Sex Bazaar, baby. Yeah. We're getting sexy down in the bazaar. That smell like bizarre, like it's weird.
Wow. Come on, Suds, lighten up, buddy.
I'm lightened up.
Lighten up, buddy.
Oh my god.
It's me, big face.
I have to go.
Suds is the straight man for this episode.
Yeah, who would have thought?
What? I've been making jokes.
You're out of it. Out of it.
I'm so tired.
No, you're not.
Yes,
I'm complaining.
I feel like I'm gonna die.
No, you're not.
How much did you drink last night?
Not even that much. I left here before most people did. I went home. But I stayed up a little bit once I got home. I probably didn't go to bed until 1 or 12:30. And then I got up early this morning and played disc golf in Carlisle on like a difficult
whose
course.
fucking fault is that?
Oh,
You knew you had a podcast to do.
I'm gonna murder you.
You knew you had shit to do today.
Plan out your responsibilities. This is a show that people depend on.
Listen, and second of all, you're the one who inserted yourself into this media.
Look, I appreciate the joke that you're trying to perpetuate, but I think we should just get it out there once and for all, okay? Yeah, I was here one time when you guys were about to record, and you begged me to be on.
Oh, bullshit.
And then once the episode was over, you were in tears from joy and laughing.
What are you talking
And you
about?
begged me, you were like, please just be a regular part of the show. And I was very hesitant because I was like, I don't know if I want to be associated with this bullshit.
You're pulling a fry.
If I recall correctly,
But, you know-
I was on one knee, and
Yeah.
no, I was on both knees. Never mind. And I believe Suds said the phrase "hold it together" as I was,
Which was a little bit of a double entendre at the time. I mean, it had
Yeah.
a couple different meanings, but. And then you guys offered me $50 per episode, and I said, fine, I'll fucking do it. And that's why I'm here, Dave, tired.
Well, we had to talk you down from $100 an episode.
Yeah, I get.
Because that's a little too rich for our blood, but you know.
I'm not. No.
Dave's not having it.
No, I'm not.
So,
having
you know what? You're welcome that I'm here, despite the fact that I'm tired.
I'm welcome.
You're welcome.
it. You're definitely buying Linner. That's what you're doing.
Am I lightened up enough for you right now,
Yeah,
David?
that's much better. Much better. I feel like we're
All right,
on
now
a
I'm
better
going
note.
back to sleep.
No,
Goodbye.
stop it.
All right. The next note that I have is emergency face laser. Does anyone have anything funny to talk about before that?
Just emergency face laser. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Like, what the fuck?
Oh no, there is one other thing before he gets the emergency face laser, where he's just like, well, I guess I'll just marry a skunk. Which reminds me of the Zoidberg falling in love episode with the woman who couldn't smell.
Yes, that is very far down the road.
Also reminds me of the movie Dirty Work, starring Norm Macdonald and Artie Lang, and Chris Farley is a side character who got his nose bit off by a Saigon horse, so he is the king of skunks. And so when the whole plot like comes to a head, they're trying to sabotage this theater production of Don Giovanni, which is being run by the same guy that played Shooter McGavin in Happy Gilmore.
Christopher McDonald.
Yes, you're right. And so Chris Farley...
I know his work.
So Chris Farley lets loose a bunch of skunks in the theater, and then all the patrons think that it's just like part of the show, and everyone loves it. But yeah, Chris Farley has no nose.
Of course you would love Dirty Work.
Oh, Norm Macdonald, dude, he's fucking amazing. That's a great movie. It's so stupid.
Of course, that's why you like it.
Yeah.
Just like love. So stupid.
Again, hasn't seen The Godfather, hasn't seen The Dirty Dozen.
Seen Dirty Work about 20 times. I'm rewatching Lost for the 7th time. There's 6 seasons.
Why? You need like the first 12 episodes of that show, and then you can be done with it.
No way, I'm just getting into the time travel right now.
Great.
It's amazing.
If we start talking about Lost, we're gonna be here for a day and a half.
Let's.
Oh, what do you want to know? I know everything.
No. We can talk about Lost on the bonus episode when you're more up and ready to go.
Listen, I know Lost, okay? You know how to explain that shit.
Who's Desmond's constant?
Fuck you.
He will talk about Lost for the next fucking hour and a half.
It's Daniel Faraday. He thought it was Penny, but it's Daniel Faraday.
Have you ever had a conversation with him about Lost?
No.
Yeah, I get forced into them pretty consistently.
Only because I've been rewatching it.
Didn't this used to be a Futurama podcast?
Didn't we used to deliver packages?
Anyway, Sex Bazaar.
Lost is the best show of all time. Continue.
No, shut up. Sex Bazaar.
Sex Bazaar.
Sex Bazaar.
Spelled like bizarre, weird bizarre.
We're in the Sex Bazaar.
Sex Bazaar.
I really... Wait.
You brought this on yourself, sir.
I'm getting a call. It seems like I have to go. I'm leaving.
It's just Matt Groening. Don't worry. Just ignore it.
Yeah. He just wants to talk. Don't worry.
I gotta get out of here.
Nate.
Hey, jerks, you're sued.
I'm upping my fee, my appearance fee. It's back up to $100 per
liar.
episode.
So if you want to support the show so we can keep Mike, please visit our merch store.
Looks like you're out, Mike.
Oh, fuck you. I was just going to say, oh, God, look at the sales coming in.
Alright, so we're at the Sex Bazaar. We meet the weird space monster.
The porno dealing monster.
Yeah, porno. I'm a porno dealing.
You're not a cop, are you? You have to tell me if you are.
Does he look like a cop? I'm a thief.
Oh, yeah, that's their justification.
Actually, he's a crook.
This is the Pez part, though. I love this tip.
Yeah, the stolen Calculon Pez dispenser.
Who wants a Pez?
Who wants stolen Pez?
So they
When was the last time either of you ate Pez?
Like, within the last 3 months.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. Actually, longer. About 5 or 6 months.
Was it out of a
No, I just
toy thing,
straight
or?
out of the Pez bag.
It was, but I actually, when I was cleaning out my apartment recently, I found my Adam West Batman Pez dispenser.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna say pickled Pez.
Pickled Pez?
That doesn't sound.
I don't think Pez would pickle.
It would just.
It would just dissolve in brine.
Yeah, but I wouldn't put it past you to try it with all those pickle jars.
So then I just have a Pez flavored pickle water.
Or is it pickle flavored Pez water?
Well, no, it would be vinegar with Pez in it because that's how you make pickles.
Oh, you're right.
And I forget that you didn't know that until recently.
No, I knew that. What I didn't know was that cucumbers are pickles.
Jesus Christ. How old are you again?
I'm almost 35.
Everyone has their blind spots, folks.
How was I supposed to know the cucumbers turn into pickles?
Because it's so obvious.
I hate cucumbers.
Yes, they're terrible.
Good, thank you. But I love pickles. I know you do.
Of course. Anyway, emergency face laser.
Yeah.
We gotta jump forward a little bit because this is the next funny thing that I have is when they go to Omicron Persei 8.
Yeah.
Lur has purchased Fry's nose, his human horn.
Yeah.
And Leela, just an amazing act of like having her shit together, uses her Pip-Boy wristband thing.
Yes.
Her wristlow jackamator. With her emergency face laser. To attach Fry's nose onto his face again.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a cartoon show. The animation is great. This is the dumbest way that they could have like crossed reality in any way. I'm totally on board with like UFOs, or there's just some guy standing on a small asteroid who gets hit.
You weren't on board with that, I thought, in that episode. With all the houses on individual asteroids.
Bobbing.
Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, you're the one who had a big fucking issue about this, like, random...
This is where I draw the line. The fact that Fry has no scarring, there's no slits in his face that he can just, and later we see he actually just pulls his nose right back off.
Yes.
And it's just a blank flesh patch again.
In addition to that, Leela does burn his face.
The animation is great, but this I think is just lazy writing.
Leela does burn his cheek, and he's like, "You burnt my cheek," and she's like, "Oh, sorry." He's like, "No, I can smell the burning flesh," or whatever.
I can smell burning flesh.
I don't know if he says that, but it's something like that.
Well, I can smell
the singed flesh.
Yeah. Then he also goes on to say, I smell those lilacs over there as well. And, like, that just kind of starts an argument.
Well, yeah, because then Inda and Lur getting into an argument. She's like, "I don't even like lilacs."
That was your last wife.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But there is, like, a whole conversation between Unda and Lur.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say what James over here was saying about how Fry ultimately pulls his nose right back off, despite the fact that Leela just put it on for him. The reason that happens is because for some reason Bender just takes it upon himself to just wander up and be like, that's not actually the thing. He's like, no, there's something in the trousers that is, and Lur's like, oh, I thought that was the human horn. Bender's like, oh, no, it's down in this region, and so he's like, oh, well, I want that, and that's why Fry pulls his nose off. He's like, you can have my nose.
He tries to, like, the main event, so to speak.
Yeah.
Is in the pants.
Yeah.
Now, it's like, his explanation, you are right, is pretty fucking funny.
Bender?
You don't see soccer players covering their face.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
But yeah, this kind of leads us even more. There are a lot of dick jokes.
The next note that I have is Wang Coffin.
Yeah.
That one's coming up. The one I had before that is Fry says, "I'm usually the first one to toot my own lower horn."
Yeah. Oh, and then Bender, yeah.
And I don't know how well this is going to resonate with our audience. But if you've ever gotten to a point when you have just masturbated yourself to dust.
To dust?
So much that...
To the point where nothing comes out anymore.
Yeah. I've masturbated 12 times in a day just to see if I could. Like...
That's what always jumps to mind to me when Fry says, "toot my own lower horn." Because that's what I always imagine, just like when you have masturbated yourself hollow.
It's just
that all that comes out is just a toot of, like, air.
Do you guys remember when Dennis Miller wasn't a right-wing weirdo conservative? And he was
I'm only 27.
Oh, okay.
Yes, before his time. I remember.
Well, he had a great show on HBO. It was just like a late-night talk show.
Yeah.
And he'd always do his rants.
Dennis Miller
show.
Yeah,
Dennis Miller show. Yeah, or Dennis Miller Live or something. Yeah. But and I bought his book when I was in junior high. I loved him. I thought he was fucking hilarious. But that just reminds me, he had this one rant about, I don't know what the fuck it was about, but somewhere in there he talks about how when he was in junior high he got tennis elbow from jerking off so much.
I think a lot of comedians talk about masturbating, and they definitely put it in a very most guys will definitely agree and laugh at the jokes.
Yeah.
But what James is masturbating to dust.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It sounds like some kind of STI.
I've had a lot of lazy Sundays.
Jesus Christ.
What, you never had one of those days? You're just like, what should I do? I'm masturbate.
Yeah, of course I have.
I'm just gonna beat up so much, it's gonna pain me.
I just masturbate myself to a scar. Anyways, the Wang Coffin.
Yeah.
Remove your pants!
Yeah. And I love the machinery that they're going to use to remove it.
It's like a handheld. It just has this thing that comes out.
Well, there's actually there's two different ones. There's the handheld one, which is just a saw and two spiky arms that just like slice back and forth. But then later there's a bigger one that has like 2 rings with spikes coming out of them and then a saw in the middle. Like, it's ridiculous.
How did they just have that prepared?
That's a good point, yeah.
Like, I did not know of the existence of the lower horn until within about like 30 minutes of them trying to harvest his
It must be a tool
dick.
for something else as well.
It's so perfectly aligned for a dick, though. I can't believe that they just like had that. Just like, oh, this is we use this for welding, but I mean, I guess it'll do.
yeah.
It's a Omicron masturbatory aid.
Do they harvest other species dicks?
No idea.
Well, they probably do because they thought that the human nose was the sexual reproduction organ, and that's a thing. So they probably harvest other species.
Okay, so there's like a tribble dick in there somewhere.
It just keeps reproducing itself.
There's a Rhodian dick.
Do you think there are porg dicks?
I don't know what that means.
That's the new Star Wars creature, the Porg.
The Porg?
Yeah, they're frog nuns. We've talked about it.
Oh shit. Okay, that's.
They live with Luke on that planet.
I thought the only one that we've seen so far was female aligned.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw it in the trailer.
I'm surprised he even fucking. You have just amazed me, sir. I'm amazed by your Star Wars knowledge at this point.
Pretty sure all Suds does outside of this podcast is watch movie trailers and masturbate.
That sounds on par with my day.
No comment.
Well, if you could see the look on Suds' face, he's very embarrassed.
You're fired.
Oh, no, I need that $50 an episode.
Oh, now you need us.
Just the way it needs to be.
All right, I'll pay you $50 to be on each episode.
Good, cash up front.
Okay.
Anyways, the Wang Coffin.
Yeah.
Prepare the wang coffin.
It's the next funny thing that I have.
It's just a cooler with ice, right?
Yeah, it's like a styrofoam cooler.
And then, like, it's empty at first, but they show it later, and there's a 6-pack in the ice.
Well, Bender walks up and he's like, "Hey, can I put this in there?" And the guy's
that's
just
right.
Like,
Yeah.
Sure, whatever.
Yeah. One of the Omicronian like bodyguards was like, "Yeah, whatever."
It doubles.
The very John DiMaggio voice on that too.
Yeah.
This is Bender at his peak. This episode, I think, like just hilarious shit.
But I don't know. There's like a quick note on this, I guess. The entire reason they're doing this, that Fry has to save Lur and Unda Unda's marriage, because that's the whole reason that Lur bought the Fry's nose in the first place.
Well, because they have a failing relationship, this is a comment on marital problems in general. Like, not probably the best. Like, a lot of times it goes right to, oh, you guys aren't having enough sex.
Seek counseling.
Yeah. Maybe going to a therapist or, talking to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
We're
not
just
married.
not having a crappy relationship. That's a good start.
Don't be in a shitty relationship. So,
We very much bridged on this show.
Oh yeah, no, we're doing what we want at this point.
Fuck it.
Fry makes a deal with Unda and Lur.
Yeah, he gets to keep his genitals as long as they end up doing the horizontal monster mash.
Exactly.
And Fry in a cage is catering to their romantic dinner.
Fry's freedom cage.
His freedom cage.
So, they set up this beautiful dinner back at the Duraflame National Forest. I'm assuming it is, because we do see the park ranger Park.
I had that note. Ranger Park comes out of fucking nowhere.
Oh yeah, like completely out of no context to his arrival.
He just shows up. So they have to be back at Duraflame National Park. But Fry's freedom cage. effort has failed, and Bender pushes the freedom cage down a hill so Fry can get away. But just a quick note before that, Katie Sagal is a really talented singer.
Yes.
And you can tell that by just how badly she sings in this episode. Because I know it, like I've played, I've been in bands, I've played in the past. It takes a really talented singer to sing badly on purpose.
Yes, you're right.
What is the song that she sings?
It's Whitney Houston's. From the movie The Bodyguard. I don't ask me why. And I'll tell you right now. When
is it I Will Always Love You?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I will always love you. Suds put no effort into that.
Yeah, you're not trying at all.
I wasn't singing that.
Well, Suds doesn't sing.
Suds sings.
I sang.
Bullshit.
Well, maybe if you would listen to that CD I gave you 3 weeks ago of my band.
I'm getting to it.
Yeah,
You haven't given me my $50 yet.
Sure seems like it.
Yeah. Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Where's my money?
This, I will say this. This is one of those moments in the show that I skip.
Really?
I don't even pay attention to. Like, where I love Katie Sagal. I do. She is funny as Leela. And she's funny in a lot of the... Well, she's great in a lot of her other appearances in shows.
She's just a good actress.
Yeah.
She was played
brain fart.
What are you trying to do?
She played Locke's love interest in Lost.
Oh shit, yeah.
That's right. And which one is Locke?
Terry O'Quinn.
Oh,
John Locke.
Yeah. Okay.
The guy who dies and then comes back as the
Very
Man in Black.
famous character actor.
He was very good in Tombstone.
Okay.
He had like a bit part of Tombstone.
Well, when she starts singing, like, that's how bad good it is. I am uncomfortable with her singing at this point, and I'm just like, I'm not paying attention. It's a perfect Leela moment where she thinks something is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it just isn't. It's just terrible.
That's a good point. It is very specific to Leela that she thinks she's doing a good job.
Yeah. And nope.
And Lur hates it.
What is this?
Ah, the humans are attacking me.
Yeah. So, you're right. Bender pushes the freedom cage.
At which point Fry tumbles down a hill.
Why does he push it?
To get him out of there.
Oh, okay.
To save his Wang.
Okay.
Now, this is where all the best Bender dick jokes come out.
This is gonna be... Oh, we should have had Ashley on. This is a dong-heavy episode.
Oh, no. I'm glad that we didn't. Not for this one. It happens enough.
Talk about dogs enough.
But Fry's freedom cage rolls down the hill, through a fire, crashes into a tree. He's out.
Yes.
Oh, but he's like, freedom cage, protect me. But then, like, he catches on fire. He smashes into a tree.
And he says something when he gets out of the cage. It's like, what is it? God, and this is like one of my favorite Bender moments.
It's like something, just like
Yeah, because Bender's still at the top of the hill, but Bender does his woo thing
I forget the beginning of it, but it's just like something, but I pulled it out.
Yeah, just like at the movie theater.
Woo! Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So,
and now, Bigfoot.
Yes, now we have the character that everyone's been talking about.
The titular Bigfoot.
The titular.
Are we gonna get on a boob tangent?
I love boobs. She was fucking gorgeous.
Right?
I will just keep it right there.
Alright.
She still is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think she was our Lyft driver one time.
Go get her, Dave.
I'm not doing any of that. It looks like she might kick the shit out of me.
Yeah, she with just cause.
Hurt me violently. I don't mean to. Not in a good way.
But we should move to... Alright. Bigfoot shows up, Ranger Park shows up. Everyone is in this space together, and Ranger Park has decided he's going to tranquilize...
And cut Bigfoot's feet off.
To prove that he exists.
Yeah, just take a picture, man.
Take a picture. He takes a hair sample eventually.
Yeah.
Or you could just tranquilize and take the entire Bigfoot.
Yeah, exactly. Why would you... I'll cut his feet off and release him back into the wild. He'll be fine.
But he's so dwarfed by Lure.
Yes. Lure basically is like, he goes on a tangent, which kind of wraps up the whole idea of the episode. Like, and really the underlining theme of the episode is that you shouldn't hunt animals for a supposed... Like, you know how in Africa they'll cut off rhino horns for kind of the same reason.
It is the same reason.
Is it the same?
To prove that rhinos exist. For now.
No, James, it's an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
Well, they claim it is.
Yeah, they
it's
claim...
Not.
Yeah, mystics claim rhino horn is an aphrodisiac.
It's the top quality dildo.
That's pointy. Why would you... No. Unless
you smooth down the end.
You shave it into a rabbit-type device.
Wait, your guys' dicks don't come to a sharp point on the end?
Oh, we're going to have to talk to you after the show, buddy. But yeah.
So, besides Michael's sword penis, we're at...
It's pointed and it hurts.
We're at the end of the episode where Lure and Unda have rekindled their marriage when Lure stands up for Big Face.
Big Face!
It's me, Big Face.
He stands up for him, saves him.
And it reminds Unda of the gentle poet that he used to be.
I used to hurt those bunnies!
But one of my favorite bits that is at the very end when they are back, Fry gets to keep his genitals, and Lure and Unda are just going to fuck in this like open state park.
Lure says something like, "You must get 500 yards away," or something.
Get to a 500-meter radius.
Yeah.
Which is just over a quarter mile.
They all just take off running.
Yeah, but it ends on Bigfoot's face, and he's just like...
Yeah, like a knowing kind of just glare. Yeah,
very good.
Yeah.
Like it's going down.
Oh.
Which leads me to believe that Bigfoot masterminded this entire thing.
Bigfoot's a lot smarter than we'd like to know.
Perhaps, yeah.
That's why he's so elusive. He's like the guardian angel of marriages.
But then... So that's the end, right? But then we get the scary door.
The scary door.
Yeah.
That's scary.
You open it to see a man who has no face or something.
Yeah. Which episode is it? Is this the robot one?
This is the...
No.
I've combined the genes of all the most dangerous animals in the world.
Yep.
Turns out, it's man.
So matter-of-factly.
Yeah.
Turns out it's man.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to go back? Did we miss anything in this episode?
Well, the Bigfoot throwing leaves dance when they first meet him. I love that.
Wait, what is this?
He does what?
They see Bigfoot and like Lure starts talking to him. He's like, the gentle Sasquatch. And like Bigfoot just starts like throwing leaves in the air and going, like stomping around.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I thought they were going to like get in a fight right there.
No, he's just doing his
but...
like, I am Bigfoot, like
throwing
shit. They're just like, how cute. And by the way, Lure and Unda are like almost twice the size of Bigfoot.
Okay.
Like they're like at least 2 to 3 feet bigger than him. Like, which I thought was, what did they call him though? They go, not a gentle Sasquatch, but they say something, they refer to him as like almost a very scientific name. Like they know what Bigfoot is.
Okay. I don't remember.
Bigicus footicus.
Big face.
Big face. Oh, big face.
Face a big foot of face.
What would you guys do if you were camping and you were the first human to come into contact with an actual Bigfoot?
Cry.
But what if he was nice? How have we not mentioned Harry and the Hendersons?
Well, it was going to come up eventually. Well, first of all, Harry and the Hendersons is a funny movie.
It's fucking great.
It has its moments.
1987.
It's an 80s
John Lithgow.
funny, John Lithgow himself.
What's the wife's name in that movie? I can picture her. I can't remember her fucking name.
I've got it, but John Lithgow's all you need to remember.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
And if
I loved that movie growing up so much.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
You are the 80s. I can't believe it, though, because a lot of great movies came out in the 80s, and you just haven't seen them.
Yeah.
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Monster Squad.
Same year, 87.
Blade Runner was 85.
You know what? No, I was saying Monster Squad. You know what else came out in 87?
What?
A little old ditty called Inner Space, starring Martin Short.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen it, and I rode the ride at Universal Studios.
I can't believe they had a ride for that.
Yeah, well, it was just like you sat in a chair, and there was a big TV in front of you,
Yeah,
and it like there were like blood platelets flying at you, and the chairs moved, and
No, I don't think there's anything else.
Before we get into mail and slurmies, we should say Scruffy was not in this at all.
Not at all.
What do you
okay,
guys? What do
we
you guys
know
think
what
Scruffy
he was doing. He was reading Zero G Jugs.
That seems to be the consensus for most of our Twitter polls, all of our Twitter polls. What do you guys think Scruffy was doing, though?
Yeah, just send us a tweet.
Well, no, you two specifically.
Oh, us.
Wait, you want us to think or do something?
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Like we do every fucking episode.
I don't like this.
He was procuring more fake glasses with noses.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. He probably did provide that. Yeah.
All right, so we got Fry's glasses. I think I have to believe he was maintaining something because the entire crew was away. He had to be doing something at the building.
Let's think. What else was going on in this episode that Scruffy might have
He was
accomplice to?
binging the latest season of The Scary Door.
Yes,
That's a good one.
Yep. Watching The Scary Door.
Binging Scary Door.
Yeah. Because we don't even know who was watching that at the end of the episode. They didn't show anybody. Did
You
they?
know what? I'm gonna do a callback to the last episode where we were trying to figure out what Scruffy was in jail for. I have to believe he's part of the human horn trade.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, he's trying to get in on the ground floor.
He's trying to get some human horns sold. He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Likes to make a little money on the side so he can get fancy haircuts.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, you have to include also reading Zero G Jugs.
I always include reading Zero G Jugs. It's what most of the people who listen to us think he's doing.
I think binging Scary Door is pretty good. That's what I'd probably do.
I think he's probably binging. Well, because that's what you do when everyone else is like off on vacation. Just like, well, I'm just gonna fucking sit inside and like binge the show.
Like even like say the boiler needs to be fixed. He's got time.
Yeah.
Maybe take a little break. Watch some new episodes of The Scary Door.
He could do that and read Zero G Jugs at the same time.
Yeah,
So
he can multitask.
That's true.
Scruffy is a multitasker.
That's true.
Anyway,
I don't think we have anything else.
I don't know if we don't have anything else for Scruffies.
So yeah, do mail.
Also, do send us a message about what you think Scruffy was doing during this episode, or find our Twitter poll. But we got mail this week from Carlton.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
He's back.
our good buddy Carlton.
It's not unusual. No.
What is that a reference to?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I don't think it is.
Carlton? Carlton.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know. What is the song though?
Oh, that's Tom Jones.
We know what is the connection between
Is that what the Carlton dance is, or?
Yeah, but also it's not unusual for us to get mail from him.
It's not unusual for us to get mail from Carlton.
Oh my God.
Fuck this.
Took you guys that long to put that together? Oh,
I still don't understand.
Am I the only smart guy here?
Let's just move forward.
Apparently. We got
Sorry, Carlton.
mail. The headline is, you screwed up my scruffy.
What?
Okay, what does this mean?
And I read this yesterday, and he's totally right. But the email is, James, my drunken friend, I didn't say Scruffy was reading 2D jugs. I said 2G jugs. Let me explain.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining. In our universe, Scruffy reads 0G jugs, where boobs float weightless. Alternate universe Scruffy, with his lust for saggy boobs, enjoys 2G jugs, where boobs experience twice normal gravity.
That sounds terribly painful.
So, I did fuck this up because we talked about the dimensions of boobs, I guess, on the last episode, but we did not talk about the gravity of boobs. Which, if
there was like two of Earth's atmospheres, then yeah, they would be more saggy.
I also feel like that would be way too much strain on boobs.
Who would read 2G jugs? Who wants to see
Scruffy
tits on the floor like that?
I mean, calling it back to Family Guy, fried egg hanging on a nail.
Oh my God.
Looks like two socks filled with pennies.
It's like two socks full of quarters stuffed in a glitter bra.
God. If no one knows what we're talking about, watch Venture Brothers. Anyway,
yeah, so
sorry,
we have corrected the Scruffy conundrum now. Scruffy, in alternate Scruffy, was reading 2G jugs because he wanted really high gravity boobs, which I have to feel would hurt.
2D jugs would be very boring, I feel like.
It'd just be flat.
Yeah.
I think that's what we talked about.
Oh,
Is that what we went?
Well, I wasn't here, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, 2D jugs would be like dumb. Well, but 2G jugs would just be upsetting.
Yeah.
So both of those things are terrible. Let's just stick to 0G.
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
People, can we please just stick to 0G jugs?
You know what? I am gonna say with 1G jugs. I like the appropriate amount of gravity on a boob.
Floating.
I'm gonna file a petition with whitehouse.gov.
About 2G?
I think it's every jug should be 0G.
So no saggy boobs in your reality.
I need 100,000 signatures for President Trump to review it.
It'll be
that is going to be the one petition that he actually responds to.
What's this about jugs?
I totally agree. No saggy boobs. You're ugly. You're a loser. Everybody needs weightless boobs.
Did you hear that, Melina?
Ivanka, get him out here. We did not do politics at all.
No, we did not. We did not pull. But now we are at it.
We're at it now. Fuck you, Trump. You stupid fucking asshole.
For all your terribleness.
You suck. You're the worst president.
We might as well wrap it up on that minor point.
During the hurricane that was touching land in Texas last night,
yes,
President Trump pardoned Joe Arpaio, that motherfucker.
Did he actually fucking pardon him?
He pardoned him.
God damn it.
That motherfucker from Arizona who for years and years purposely ignored sex crimes in his state, including
not just
including child molestation, and then in addition to that, purposely targeted Hispanic Americans.
Oh, that guy. No shit.
And was brought up on charges, was convicted, and President Trump has pardoned him.
Oh,
Fuck him. Fuck Trump.
Yes.
You gotta fucking...
This is gonna... I know this is like a weird thing to like do at like the tail end of the Futurama podcast.
We're gonna have to somehow get back into Slurmies here.
Fucking call to action. Guys, do something about this. I know we have listeners in Arizona. Fucking petition the shit out of that. Jaro Payo is a fucking maniac who put people of color, Hispanic Americans, into basically concentration camps.
Yeah, internment camp,
Into overcrowded prisons where they were forced to sleep in bivouacs out in the yard, endure
wasn't
heat stroke.
His comment, "Oh, I'm being persecuted." Like he was on Fox News or something like just recently.
I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're right. I'm sure
he needs to go to jail for the rest of his life, but the jails that he created. He needs to sleep in a fucking bivvy out in the fucking Arizona heat for 20 years.
Not in this day and age, apparently.
Anyway, that was my end of the podcast political rant. Call to action. Everybody do something. And Slurmies now.
So, I'm a big fan of Bigfoot.
You're a big fan of the mythical.
I like a good conspiracy theory, so I like the fact that these dudes that have, conspiring to debate?
Conspiring to argue,
Conspiring to argue, I'm sorry.
We're going to get it right eventually, guys.
I'm going to have to check this out because I do love conspiracy theories, and I will admit that I have been sort of a sucker in the past with regards to conspiracy theories.
Seriously.
There was a point in time where I bought into the we never landed on the moon bullshit.
You have the pyramids of Giza tattooed on your arm.
With a flying saucer over top of it. Yeah. Well, that's a little different. I just think that's like more likely
That's
than...
your X-Files fandom.
Religion is garbage, and I think it's more likely that aliens put us here. Anyhow.
Science!
I love Bigfoot. In junior high, every time, I would be required to go get a book from the library, it would either be, Bigfoot or, Atlantis or, whatever garbage nonsense. I loved reading about that type of shit. So, I love the portrayal of Bigfoot in this episode. I think it's hilarious.
The full minute and a half he's actually in the episode.
Yeah. But it sort of all hinges on...
the whole...
Well, Bigfoot planned the whole thing.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is a pretty good episode. It's not one of the best, but it's better than middle of the road for sure. The animation with the emergency nose laser, that's great. It doesn't make sense, but it looked good. Fucking Bender's comments in the background were hilarious. Fry's an idiot as always. I don't know. I give this I give it a solid 3.5.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same. I like this episode for all the reasons that Mike already said. I think Lur in this episode is very good because we get a little bit more of his... Because at this point, he's not exactly a prime character, but we get a little bit more backstory and context with Lur, whereas before he's just been kind of like a brute, I guess. But I like Lur. This is an episode that I'll never skip it when it comes up, but it's always kind of I'm fading in and out of it. I'll tune in for the bits that I really like, and the one that Dave actually said that he skips over when Katie Sagal sings I Will Always Love You. And that is actually I think one of the funniest moments in the episode when oh my god, a beautiful voice sung badly is awesome. So yeah, I'll give this a 3.5. I like this episode.
Just not to interrupt your Slurmies, Dave, but did you guys talk about when I was gone at all about when we they reviewed the security cam footage of Lur going into the
I think
the shop, and like he's like got a disguise on or something, and he's like really like bashful when he's trying to like ask if they have the human horn.
Human horn.
Like that was a definite different side of Lur that we haven't really seen before.
Yeah, but then immediately, I am Lur of the Omicron.
Well, I think he's just like conditioned to eventually say something like that. Yeah.
So I agree with both of you wholeheartedly. I'm giving this 3.5.
Oh wow, is this?
We have another lineup with our.
Have we ever been exactly the same before?
I mean, not since we did the 5s on the Farnsworth Parabox.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But this is definitely 3.5. I don't skip it, but at the same time, this is kind of like a white noise episode, like just background, and I definitely tune in at certain parts.
Any funny bits that like stand out to you in this?
Specifically, the Bender moments are like the background jokes, like in the beginning where Fry is like, "I get it," like shit like that, and then Zoidberg is like, your nose is gone. Where it went, no one knows."
Oh, I didn't. I love Zoidberg in this episode.
But shit like that, like the small jokes. Now the overarching story is just kind of meh for me. There are some funny points.
It feels a bit scattered.
Yeah, it is very kind of. It's there, but it's not. You said bad writing at one point, or bad writer's room. I would definitely say that too. But there are like little funny things.
Well, there's a lot of funny things, and I love Ron Weiner. He wrote my favorite episode, Luck of the Irish. Yes, Weiner.
Ron Weiner.
But
no
like
one can see me shaking my head.
Like this episode, I'm a little bit like disappointed in, honestly, as far as the writing is going. Like the animation is gorgeous. Like Fry's nose, or when the Freedom Cage falls down the hill and catches fire. The animation is fucking amazing, but I don't know, like the story I feel like clips at certain points.
Yeah. And that, you know what, I will lead this. Okay, so how many episodes do we have left in this season?
Like 4 or 5.
Okay, so the last 3 episodes, which you missed one of them, I think. That's it.
What do you mean?
The last 3 episodes that we did.
Oh, yeah, I think I only missed the last one.
Okay, so those were all...
No, you weren't here for Why of Fry either.
Oh, okay.
Okay, these 3 before this episode, I think. Give me a second, wait a second.
Are we doing anything right now, or do you just want to get into plugs?
Yeah, go ahead and start plugging stuff.
Alright, Mike, you have actual, like, shit that you need to, like, tell people about.
I guess so, yeah. My band, I've been talking about this for a while, but my band's record came out. We have records and CDs, vinyl and CDs, sorry. I don't know, just like message me if you want a physical copy, but it's also up on Spotify and iTunes and Apple Music and Google Play Music and YouTube, and like it's everywhere. So I don't know if you have Spotify. That's probably the easiest way to listen to it for free. So check it out. It's called Florence and Libby. You're almost home. I don't know. I posted it on the Facebook page, so you can find it there as well.
Follow me on Twitter at Gorilla Karate.
You can follow me on Instagram at DeadWolfSal. Just before I was, we got to the plugs. There are a lot of great episodes in this 5th season.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But this one in particular is like we've all come to. It is kind of it's good, but it's not terrific. It's just like an in-passing episode.
We're coming up on our wrap-up episode here in a few weeks.
And then we do movies. Well, movie episodes.
We got to figure that out.
Still working on that, but we should. But do we want to close out on a little verse of "I Will Always Love You"?
No, I'm not singing.
I want to hear Mike sing.
Come on.
I do have one more question.
Okay.
And then maybe I'll sing.
You're avoiding.
We'll see. Are we gonna have a guest via Skype at some point?
We might. We should talk about that off show though.
Actually, that might be a better one for wait until I'm in my new apartment.
That's what I'm thinking, but let's talk about it off show.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it a bunch more right now.
Okay, well, let's really lean into the mic right now when you're going to say this.
What?
Oh, everything.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything. I just was trying to annoy you.
And will always love
do your Dr. Steven Nipple singing.
Oh, this is Dr. Stephen Nipple, and I will always love you.
I will always love you.
There's Matt Gray, and I'll always love you. Goodbye.
Thank you for
See
listening.
ya. Bye.
Off you go, apparently.